All right, guys, holy cow. It is Sunday night, and I am Danny Williamson, and we are here for Sunday night service. Tonight, we are talking about sleeping well. This is part two of our Sleep Well series. And basically, the bottom line is the less you sleep, the less you live. All right, as soon as you get on here, hit your heart buttons, hit your comment buttons, all the things. Share it. Let me know where you are, where you're from. This is all those things. Uh-oh, my Facebook Live just kicked on here. All the things. All right. I want in the comments your favorite sleep hacks. All right. Look here. I've already got I've already got my pajamas on. I got my eye mask up here. We're going to talk about eye mask. I've got my blue light blockers on. I can't see a thing, so I'll probably have to take them off. But let me know where you're from. Put your sleep hack comments in the comments, and we're going to talk about sleep over here. I'm going to put my sleep, my favorite sleep supplements right here in the comments right there. You can see it. All right, guys, I'm going to give you some statistics. This is going to be short and sweet tonight because it's part two. If you can hear me, let me know. All right, because we had trouble with part one and everything was going on. We were skipping out and all that. But I'm going to give you some daylight savings time tips over here and some statistics, actually. The average reduction on sleep loss, average reduction of 13.7 to 60 minutes of sleep per person in the days following daylight savings time when we spring forward, right, into spring. A study found that deep sleep, dropped from 94 minutes to 84 minutes per night following that change. Increased accidents of stroke, atrial fibrillation, higher risk of fatal traffic accidents in the days after daylight savings time comes on board. Get about migraines. This is something new I learned today. Lori, I love you. Migraine frequency almost doubles from 7.7 to 13.35 incidents per person in the days following the switch to daylight savings times. And then this is funny. Actually, tell me on here. Do you prefer 63 to 75% of Americans favor ending the biannual time changes from daylight savings time to, all that? Tell me if you're in that group right there. Do you struggle with daylight savings time? Because you know what? I've had patients that have been struggling ever since it happened. They're tired. They're more tired. Even animals are affected by daylight savings time, actually. So anyway, those are a little bit of statistics. Then while you guys are getting logged on, we're going to give just some regular statistics here before we get into some other things. Oh, look at that. Migraines got me here. Shout out to my sis for the recommendation. There you go. I'm so glad you're here. Marsbound 2044. I am. All right, here's some stats in America. More than 1/3 of adults do not get the recommended 7 hours of sleep at night. About 35 to 38% of adults report that a short sleep duration, less than 7 hours. I can't see a thing. 70% of adults were getting sufficient sleep as of 2022. That means nearly 30% are not getting enough sleep at night. 1/3 of adults report trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Tell me that in the comments. Do you have any trouble falling asleep, trouble staying asleep, or both? All right. 50% of workers report daytime fatigue due to insufficient sleep, with many experiencing emotional or performance issues. Yeah, I remember when my kids were teenagers, Lord, if they didn't get enough sleep, there was some emotional disturbance going on in the house for sure. 40% of adults report falling asleep unintentionally from the day or during the day at least once a month. What? Now, I don't do that. I don't do that, but I feel really good. I don't have a lot of fatigue. I mean, if I'm going to fall asleep during the day, it's intentional. But 40% of Americans report unintentionally falling asleep during the day. What? I don't fall asleep when I sit down on the couch. So, what do you think is causing us to be sleep deprived? Hmm? A big one, obstructive sleep apnea. Put on here if you have obstructive sleep apnea or you know someone that does, all right? It is huge. Do you know that over 80 million adults have some form of sleep apnea? That's about 32% of Americans aged 20 or above. Includes mild to severe sleep apnea. What in the world? I mean, that is horrific. Do you know sleep apnea can take decades off of your lifespan? Untreated sleep apnea or treated sleep apnea if you don't wear your CPAP, right? You guys remember me telling you that it will shorten your lifespan. Untreated sleep apnea increases your risk of heart attack, stroke, atrial fibrillation, all cause mortality, all deaths, all causes of death increase if you have untreated sleep apnea. I don't know if you all remember me talking about this or not, but it's in my book. My next door neighbor, right there, out that window right there, when she lived here, her husband was 26 years old. He had obstructive sleep apnea. He died in his sleep. They woke up that, or she woke up that morning. He didn't wake up that morning and he was dead. And he had taken his CPAP off in the night. He had really hard time struggling wearing it. And he took it off in the night and he died. That's how serious sleep apnea is. Let me tell you something. One of my good friends, Dr. Bill Noah, is a sleep doctor here in town. He owns the sleep centers of Middle Tennessee. He said if you snore, you don't necessarily have sleep apnea, but you have a 90% chance of having sleep apnea. I did a Sunday night service with him, and it was probably 4 years ago. It may have been 5 years ago. If you scroll back on YouTube, you'll find it there. Just search sleep apnea. It was game changing for me. Only 1 in 4 Americans can identify the health consequences of untreated sleep apnea, even though it is widely recognized as very serious in many adults. Untreated sleep apnea, of course, increases your risk also of diabetes. I forgot about that, and metabolic dysfunction, as well as dementia and Alzheimer's. The economic burden of sleep apnea, undiagnosed sleep apnea on the United States is estimated at nearly $150 billion a year. That includes costs from lost productivity at work, people that just fall asleep, I guess, at their desk. I had a patient that was fired for falling asleep at her desk. Healthcare utilization, work and traffic accidents, falling asleep while you're driving, hurting someone or killing someone or yourself, and other related complications. Okay. People with sleep apnea who sleep less than 7 hours a night have an increased risk of all diseases, including death. Okay. It's serious. It's really serious. So do not ignore if you have a CPAP, if you've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, you need to figure out a way to wear it. Whether you have to go back to the sleep center and get it, refit, get a new mask, get a nasal cannula. I don't know what you have to do. Maybe you're a candidate for the new Inspire implant if it's that severe. And I don't know all the ins and out of that, who gets approved and not for that, or who's a candidate for it. But I'm going to tell you, you figure out a way to wear it. The people that wear their CPAP and they actually wear it, most of them love it. If you wear a CPAP in here, Put it in the comments. Did it take you a long time to get used to it? Do you love it? My patients tell me they can't go without it. They have a travel one and all that, but it is imperative. If you snore, you have got to be evaluated for sleep apnea. And now you can do it at home. It's a ring, just like this. Most of the time, they can do it at home, and they can um, test you at home while you sleep in your own bed. And if you fail the home sleep study, then you have failed. Trust me, you will fail the in lab sleep study. So definitely get this taken care of. Guys, sleep is not a luxury. It's not a luxury at all, just so you know. It is imperative for you to be able to live your best life. Um, it is when your body heals. When you sleep is when your body heals. Okay. It's when your body and your brain detox. The liver detoxes when you sleep. Your brain detoxes right between 2 and 4 in the morning. A lot of people wake up between 2 and 4 in the morning with their blood sugar dropping, but it is imperative to be able to sleep. And we're going to talk about prioritizing getting your bedroom in order, and then taking a couple of supplements if you need them to sleep. But the supplements, they help you sleep, but they're not going to take the place of good sleep hygiene. Okay. So we're getting ready to talk about that. Your bedroom. We're going to talk about the bedroom, right? Do y'all remember what I talked about last time about the bedroom? The bedroom is for two things: it's for sleep and it's for sex only. That is it. If you're not doing one or the other, you need to get out of it. And both of them are quite amazing, by the way. But if you're not having sex or if you're not sleeping in your bedroom, you need to get up and get out of it. All right. The bedroom is to be uncluttered. Shouldn't look like this office does right now. I'm in the middle of my Swedish death cleaning, and I've got this room that I'm throwing everything in, my office. It is a disaster in here. I couldn't sleep in here if I had to. Makes me nervous just sitting here. Needs to be uncluttered. You need to clean your room up. All right. You need to fold the clothes up. You need to get the boxes, the crap out of the floor, whatever. You need to stop using the treadmill as a hanger in there, or the bike as a clothes hanger in there. You need to get your room cleaned up. When your room is decluttered, you can sleep better. All right. Keep it free of clutter. No phones in there, no computers, no TVs, no wireless routers, anything that's going to disrupt your sleep. This phone right here is emitting electromagnetic fields. We've talked about this ad nauseum for 16 years. It disrupts your sleep. Teenagers sleep with it right here by their head, right? Or under their pillow. We should not sleep with it over here on our nightstand. Okay. It needs to be on airplane mode and at least 6 feet away from you. Distance is your friend when it comes to electromagnetic fields. If you have a sleep number bed, you need to plug it in, of course, set it where it needs to be, and then unplug it. You are sleeping on a minefield. If you are sleeping on electricity, on an electric bed, you're sleeping on electricity. What in the heck makes you think that that is good for you? So you need to set it and unplug it. All right. We've got to reduce the electronic interference and electromagnetic fields in our bedroom. Those are the things that disrupt the nervous system. If the head of your bed is within 6 feet of your HVAC unit, you've got to move the bed. You have to move the bed because even those brick walls cannot block those electromagnetic fields when that HVAC unit turns on. Okay, so I also have 2 Sunday night services on here years ago with Vicki Warren, 2 weeks in a row, electrical engineer, on how to make your home EMF safe. Because electromagnetic fields can disrupt the nervous system, and they will definitely disrupt your sleep at night. Okay. If you wake up in the night, that's okay. Give yourself some grace. All right. It's not about sleeping all night long. I look at this phone when I look at my Aura Ring results. Not one night since I've gotten this phone have I slept all night. I don't know anyone my age, 60 and above, who lays down at night and never wakes up. If you do, please put it in here and you're going to win the Rockstar Wild and Well Medal of the Night, because I don't know anyone that sleeps like that. I mean, even if we had a monitor on you, I think you would show that you actually wake up at night, but you may not remember it. I wake up about 5, 6 times a night, but I don't ever get out of the bed. I don't go to the bathroom at night 99% of the time. And I just roll right over and go back to sleep. So give yourself some grace over this. If you remember correctly, in the book, in Wild and Well, the Sleep Well chapter, I talk about segmented sleep, first and second sleep. This is what they did back before we had lights, all of that, before the Industrial Revolution, before we had anything going on in this world that disrupted the natural lights out there, and before and created light pollution and all that. They would go to bed when the sun went down. They'd wake up 4, 5, 6 hours later. They would have sex. They would read the Bible. They would stir the fire, whatever, light the fire, whatever you did. I don't know what they did in the night. And then they would go back to sleep. And then they would wake up when the sun came up. All right. That was normal. So give yourself a break. If you're up a couple of hours at night, don't get on your phone. This is the worst thing you can do. Don't turn the TV on. How about read my book? This will put you back to sleep. Reading in general will make you sleep. This is a very entertaining book. But, read the Bible. You'll fall asleep so fast you won't know what happened. All right? Read a book, turn the lights on low, and then go back to sleep. Or if you have to get up. It's not about, do you sleep all night? I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, how do you feel in the morning when you get up? Do you feel refreshed? That's the key. If you don't, then we need to work on that. We need to figure something out. Do you need more protein during the day? All things like this. Prayer time, absolutely. Emily Osborne. Yes, did of hers. There we go, right there. Prayer, it's a wonderful time for prayer in the middle of the night. In fact, every single night I fall asleep praying. I fall asleep. I don't even finish my prayers. I just fall asleep praying. And then if I wake up, and if I happen to stay awake in the night, which is very rare, I pray as well. And then I pray when I wake up. I pray all day. Lord, the older I get, I'm just like one nonstop prayer over here. But it's about how you feel when you wake up. Okay. Stress, which we'll talk about, I think, in week 4. Eat well, sleep well, move well, poop well. Nope, de-stress well, week 5. Stress and poor sleep create a cycle of disruption, right? Do you not sleep because you're stressed, or do you stress because you're not sleeping? Who knows? It is a vicious cycle. We don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. But chronic stress hormones make it harder to sleep well, and lack of sleep worsens your stress response. So it's this whole vicious cycle. I am telling you, stress will kill you, straight up. There is no price tag for peace. There is no price tag at all for peace. Been there, done that. And when you have peace in your life and you have peace in your home, you tend to sleep better. Maybe you need to quit your job, right? Maybe you need to set some boundaries with your family, with your job, with your friends. I don't know, with whatever. Maybe you need to, exercise more, eat better, cook at home, eat better, move better. I mean, maybe you need to automate, eliminate, and delegate everything you can out of your life. All right. And decrease the stress in your life. It'll make a difference. I promise you. When you sleep, this is when your body repairs. This is when your body restores. This is when your body rejuvenates. This is when you build resilience in your life. All of those things. And this is when you start rebalancing your hormones and your energy. I'm telling you, there's nothing like a good night's sleep. Those of you that sleep well, you know that when you sleep well, you just wake up feeling well. All right. It's just so much harder to survive when you don't sleep. Your gut is impacted. I mean, you don't digest food as well when you're chronically, dealing with fatigue and insomnia and things like that. Your immune function is down, right? You get sicker quicker than other people oftentimes if you don't sleep well because you don't have any resilience. You haven't built up any immune resilience in your body. I mean, in my opinion, the older I get, and if you think I'm wrong, let me know. The sleeping well is equally as important as eating well. Because if you don't sleep well, you'll never eat well. If you're not eating well, real one ingredient food, you will never sleep well. So I think they are back to back important. Okay. How do you create a sleep supporting environment? You guys tell me what you do. What's your nighttime ritual? Type it in the comments so that once this is over, people can see it and it'll live on YouTube forever. Did you all know that Facebook, this is digressing a little bit, Facebook deletes the live videos now after 30 days. So this is live on YouTube right now, which nobody watches on YouTube. I have nobody following me on YouTube, but they are there forever. So just know that. That was a little FYI. Okay, how are we going to create a sleep supporting environment? The room's going to be cool, dark, and quiet. Quiet, not quite. That sounds redneckish. You're going to wear your blue light blocker starting right now as the sun starts going down. You start putting your blue light blockers on and you start lowering your lights in your house. This is the worst thing ever for sleep. I'm sitting under 2 ring lights, overhead light, all the mess. Put your blue lights on, turn your light bulbs lower, turn the overhead lights off, use your lights like lamps or candles at night. That triggers your body, right, to start winding down. Minimal screens and electronics, start scaling back on that. Get rid of the clutter, move the bed away from the HVAC. Maybe get a grounding sheet. Do you all use grounding sheets? I have two. I have one here, and I have one up in Kentucky, and I think they work. Yes, I have red lights, Linda, in my bedroom. It looks like I don't know what it looks like in there. Red lights in the bedroom, but both of my lamps in the bedroom have red lights in them, and that helps. It triggers your body into thinking it's time to go to sleep. All right. Put some lavender on the sheets. Maybe you need a new mattress. Maybe you don't sleep. Maybe it's as expensive as getting a new mattress. That's expensive, but it can change your entire night when you get a new mattress. We hold on to mattresses forever. Get a sleep mask. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, I can't see what I look like clearly. It is pitch black for me. I can't see a thing. Not one thing. And this sleep mask I absolutely love because it has the eyelashes. It has the area for the eyelashes cut out in it so it doesn't press on your eyelashes. That is amazing. Hang on, I'm trying to find my sleep tape. Your sleep mask and whoops. I don't oh, maybe I can do this. I don't think I can do this with my eyes closed. Your sleep mask and your sleep tape. Maybe you are a mouth breather. If you are a mouth breather, then you need some sleep tape, some mouth tape, but I don't think I can do it with my eyes closed. Oh, there we go. There we go. Who tapes their mouth shut at night? I'm sure most of you wish I taped my mouth shut every day. Whoops. Mm-hmm. 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 Lights out, people. Lights out right there. That is a game changer for people with mouth tape. If you can handle it. Not everyone can do it. You have to have a clean face with nothing on, and I've got makeup on there. So, not everyone is able to sleep with their mouth taped shut, but I'm going to tell you, I think it's a game changer for many people. So, mouth tape, eye mask, grounding sheets. I like um ground Lux, Luxe. That's the one. I have two, and I can't remember the other one. And I think the ground Lux, I sleep so much better in Kentucky than I do here. But I also don't have, I'm right on the road here in Franklin. So, and there's lights everywhere here. So I think that's probably it. The ground Lux, I think, is an excellent sheet. It's expensive. I mean, it was like $200 for that king size bed upstairs or up in Kentucky. Emily, tell us what kind of pillows that you use. This eye mask was free. I don't know what kind of. Oh, it's Dream. It's Dream. It was at a conference I went to. They gave them out, and this is the best one that I have found so far. And I don't know if you can see or not, but it's got these little indents in it where your eyeballs go, and it is pitch dark. And what I love about it is it's Velcro, so you can just do it like that, and you don't have to mess up all your hair as well. So, grounding sheets, eye mask, mouth tape, some lavender on the on the sheets, right? Move the bed away from the HVAC, cut out the screens and all that. Give me some other things. What do you all do? You can get an eye mask anywhere. You could go on Amazon. I say don't buy your supplements on Amazon ever. You can buy my book on Amazon, but don't. But you can probably buy an eye mask on Amazon as well. That is Dream brand. So, I really like it. And again, I didn't buy it. It was a gift at a conference I went to. I agree, Brandy. 100% linen sheets. Now this is interesting. I think now I could be wrong on this. I think the Bible, Dee Dee, you may know this. I think the Bible talks about sleeping on linen, not sleeping on linen, but the power of linen biblically. I'm butchering this so bad. I don't know. I think I'm right though. 100% linen. Of course, it was all organic back then. My sheets in Kentucky, Brandy, I just thought about this. It may be I sleep better up there because my sheets are organic linen up in Kentucky. I have organic bamboo cozy earth sheets here in Nashville, and I love them. They feel great. The linen sheets, they took a little minute to get used to, but dang, they feel good. They feel great in the summer, when you're hot and all that. Epsom salt baths at night. If you are a bath taker, well, you know what? That's probably another reason I sleep great up in Kentucky is I take an Epsom salt bath because I have a soaking tub up there. I sleep on 100% organic linen and I have a grounding sheet and there's no light pollution. Well, hello, people. Then I think we just answered this one. We need to all move to the country. We need to all live in the country because I sleep so much better up there. I mean, I am like dead to the world at night. The frequency of linen is very high. That is true, Brandy. And I do think it's biblical. It's not mixing the fibers. Yes, cotton linen, 100% linen. Yes, that's correct. If you have, oh, look at Dee Dee's picture there with that cow on it. Epsom salts are fantastic. So those are some ways. Give me some other ways. I'll go through this once I finish and I will look and see what you guys have said. Don't lower your expectations about sleep, but give yourself grace. There's a difference. All right. Give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you don't feel well when you wake up in the morning, then we need to figure that out, right? And we're going to talk about some supplements, but then we need to figure out, okay, go to bed. Go to bed earlier, 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 earlier. I'm in bed by 8:30. I'm asleep most nights by 8:30. I hate to tell you. I could go to bed by 7:30 most nights. I don't, but I could. because I feel so good when I wake up in the morning and I get a great night's sleep. Lori Stuckey has mentioned this multiple times here. By the way, this is my chiropractor's wife, Dr. Doug Stuckey. If you all need a chiropractor, you talk about sleeping better. You'll sleep better when you get a good adjustment, when your nervous system gets aligned up, your spine gets aligned up. But Lori is a huge friend and lover and fan of Nighty Night right there. And I've put the link when we got on. She loves Nighty Night. She takes 2 of these a night. It's melatonin, 5-HTP, L-theanine, and a little inositol, and it's chewable. And they are incredible. And I actually went and picked these up today at the store for her because I knew she was going to say Nighty Night. And she loves magnesium right there. I take 3 of these. I don't know how many she takes, but I take 3 of our, this is the number 1 seller in the entire store. I don't think that's not focused in, is our magnesium glycinate, chelate, malate right there. All right. Magnesium and night, and it definitely will be lights out for that one. Okay. Reduce the nighttime stress. We talked about that. Setting boundaries at work, set boundaries with your family. Don't, I have some young moms who tell me the only time I can get anything done is when my family goes to sleep. So I'm up until 11 or 12, sometimes 1, trying to get the laundry done. Well, okay. And I understand, and I'm not saying whether you need to rearrange your priorities and get your crap together and spend your time better and time management better. I don't know y'all's stories at home, but maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe we get off the phone so much and we get some things done, or we ask the kids to help. Or we ask the husband to help. That's part of that automate, eliminate, and delegate. Delegate. Women are the worst at delegating. And I can say this because I'm a woman and I just rather get it done myself. Then I get frustrated if somebody doesn't do it the way I do. Well, you know what? Sometimes you need to loosen the reins a little bit. That's a hard one. That's a real hard one. The link for the magnesium, Sherry, is I posted it right at the beginning. I can post it again right now. There we go. It's in the comments. So it's our supplement store, our online supplement store. You guys know if you subscribe and save, you get 10% off, by the way. All right, give yourself compassion, adjust your expectations, manage your stress and your routines, give yourself compassion. I said that twice. Apparently, I put that on there twice. I must have meant it. And now we're going to talk about light therapy, getting outside, light therapy in the morning. This is not just hoo-ha, woo-wah, Danny's acting crazy medicine. This is scientific evidence on circadian medicine. The more mornings you spend outside watching the sun come up, your feet to the earth, your face to the sun, this is coffee, pretend, drinking your coffee or tea, the better you're going to sleep. Just 20 minutes of watching that sun come up at night increases your melatonin production for the evening. God designed it that way. All right. If you'll spend 20 minutes outside in the morning, spring, summer, winter, fall, getting at least 5,000 to 10,000 lux, right? Brightness of light. That's what that is. 10,000 preferably. Even with cloudy days, when you're outside, you will sleep better. Dogs, animals, horses, cows, cats, snakes, chipmunks, they're not out there in the field having attacks. Everybody around them trying to calm them down, and they can't breathe and they got to breathe in a bag and all this stuff. They don't wear shoes. Their feet are to the earth. Their faces to the sun all day long. They lay on the ground. They get the negative ions from the earth, at the ocean, the sun, the salt, the sea, the sand. There's a reason you feel better down there. You sleep better down there. The animals, no, we can't lay around on the grass all day and put our feet to the earth and our face to the sun all day, but you can in the morning. Figure it out. Do it as often as you can. All right. It will change your life. It's going to synchronize your internal clock. All right. 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening. And for people who work night shift, that is key. When they get off work, they get outside and they see the sun, even if the sun has already come up. All right. All right. So we're going to get into a couple of supplements here before I get into your comments. No, we're not. First, we're going to talk about diet. Because if you have an inflammatory diet, if you're eating packaged, processed, bad, fake, franken food, not cooking at home, not taking care of yourself, and eating one ingredient food, you are going to have more inflammation and you're not going to sleep. Because remember, inflammation is the root of all chronic lifestyle diseases. The root of all chronic lifestyle diseases. So when you bring down the inflammation in your body and you eat one ingredient food, high protein, good fats, less carbs, less processed foods, you're going to decrease the inflammation and you're going to sleep better. You're also going to control your blood sugar swings. When your blood sugar is doing this at night, you can't sleep. You're up, you're down. You're up, you're down. You want to know about your blood sugar? Wear a continuous glucose monitor on your arm for a month. You'll learn about that. All right. And something that we're not going to talk about tonight, but we will talk about it at one night or one evening, are your hormones, right? Your hormones also, women going through perimenopause, menopausal women, they start with disrupted sleep. So it's imperative that you get your hormones balanced. Progesterone is one of the first hormones that starts to drop in your 30s. And if you don't take progesterone at night, bioidentical micronized progesterone, you probably don't sleep as well as somebody that takes progesterone. I take 130 milligrams of progesterone every single night. I have since I was probably 44, 45 years old. And it's a game changer. Progesterone is the calming hormone. It's the hormone that calms you down. It's the hormone that keeps a baby in the womb if we were pregnant, right? People with low progesterone have chronic miscarriages. It's a fantastic hormone. And it's probably never too late to start some progesterone. So ask your doctor or your healthcare provider. All right, I've got a couple supplements we're going to talk about, right? 1 in 3 adults take supplements to help sleep at night. But these are supplements. These are not substitutes for everything that we've just talked about. Melatonin, probably the number one for sleep, is melatonin. This is a sustained release melatonin. So you all listen to me. Those of you that have trouble going to sleep, but you sleep all night once you go to sleep, or sleep well once you go to sleep, then you don't need a sustained release melatonin. You need a regular old immediate release melatonin. People who have trouble staying asleep, they need a sustained release melatonin. And this is 5 milligrams of melatonin that is sustained release. So it'll release in the night and it'll help you stay asleep. Melatonin is one of the greatest things. It's a naturally produced hormone in the pineal gland right here in the middle of the brain. We have destroyed our melatonin production with these lights, with computers, with screens, with all of that. I mean, absolutely destroyed our melatonin production. That's why if you get outside in the morning, you're going to help make your melatonin naturally. All right. So melatonin is one of my favorite. It's also anti-inflammatory and it's anti-cancer, just so you know. We use it in high doses, 100 milligrams. 150 milligrams for cancer cases. We did it during COVID, super high doses for COVID. All right. So if you have trouble staying asleep, use a melatonin, something like all night melatonin that helps you stay asleep at night. I love melatonin. You're not going to get addicted to it. If you have an allergy to melatonin, don't take it, but it's naturally produced in our brain, okay, in the pineal gland. So just know that you're not going to get addicted to it. Don't worry about all of that. I love melatonin. What kind of progesterone? You need a micronized progesterone. It's a prescription from the pharmacy. So you can either have it compounded from a compounding pharmacy, or your doctor or healthcare provider can prescribe Prometrium for you, but it's packed in peanut oil. So if you have a peanut allergy, you can't take it. You'd have to have it compounded. So you just ask your healthcare provider, can you prescribe me progesterone? See what they say. If they don't agree with you or they say no, ask them why. If they can't give you an answer, what do? Find a new provider. Simple as that. Find a new provider. You want a provider who's going to work for you, people. Magnesium. And I left my magnesium threonate in the kitchen. Darn it. Dadgone it. I laid it out. So we have our magnesium threonate. We have a powder, we have a liquid, and we have a pill. Our Mind Mag or our Magtine. And then this is magnesium glycinate. This is the all-time favorite supplement of mine. It has over 300 functions in the human body. I've talked about this ad nauseum. You can go back on Instagram and read everything. I've written about magnesium. Everything from high blood pressure to high cholesterol, right? To migraine headaches, to constipation, restless legs, period cramps, you name it. Magnesium, osteoporosis, right? Osteopenia. Magnesium plays a role in. Magnesium glycinate, chelate, malate. You want a basic magnesium to help you sleep at night. Oxide, citrate, those are things that help you poop. I mean, there's others. And then magnesium threonate. I take threonate and glycinate at night. Threonate for the brain. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, so it helps with memory and it helps the brain. So I take a threonate, which is on the link there. All you have to do, you can read and see it. And I take a magnesium glycinate. Those are key for sleep for many people. I think most people. I think that's part of my fabulous 5 that I recommend for patients. Magnesium is one of them. L-theanine. Who takes L-theanine? Put your hearts up if you take L-theanine. Man, I don't take L-theanine, but my patients swear by L-theanine. It's from green tea, right? It's found in green tea. It promotes relaxation without sedation. So it's not going to put you to sleep, but it relaxes you. There we go. L-theanine for sleep, right? Okay, well, we're talking about it, Kathy, right now. L-theanine is one of the greatest things, and it's very benign. I don't know anyone, unless you are allergic somehow to the amino acid L-theanine, and I guess you could be. This is 200 milligrams of L-theanine. Drink several cups of green tea a day. Not only is that going to help you reduce your breast cancer risk, it's also going to help you relax and sleep better during the day. What it does is it increases calming brain chemicals and helps improve sleep quality. Yeah, I'm a big fan of L-theanine. I think it works great with a lot of people, a lot of teenagers. It's good for. Lemon balm. Holy cow, my voice is going. Lemon balm has been used for thousands of years. I grow lemon balm. I put lemon balm in my tea. Like I'll just steep lemon balm leaves and make lemon balm tea. Lemon balm is fantastic for reducing anxiousness and helping you sleep at night. And you want to know about the power of lemon balm? It's so easy to grow. I highly recommend you grow it. And it smells great. It's safe during pregnancy and nursing. So all of my OBGYNs in town, all my pediatricians in town are totally fine if I recommend lemon balm for patients who have some postpartum depression, little bit, postpartum anxiety, postpartum insomnia, things like that. Lemon balm is fantastic, and it's been used for thousands of years for sleep. Tart cherry. Holy moly. Who takes tart cherry? You all tell me your tart cherry stories. This is new for me. I haven't used tart cherry. Now, I have now, but I haven't used tart cherry in the past, and I haven't sold it at the store. And people were asking for it. So we found, I think, a very clean tart cherry right here. Not only does it have tart cherry in it, it's got a little bit of vitamin C in it as well. Tart cherry also increases your melatonin production. Is that? Oh, no, that's not true. I'm lying to you. They naturally contain melatonin. Tart cherries do. The hormone that regulates your sleep cycle. Consuming tart cherry juice or concentrate can increase, circulating melatonin. How incredible is this? Now, my friend Amy, at the Gluten Free Goose, who owns the Gluten Free Goose, she is the one who really convinced me we needed to sell tart cherry. She's taken it for a long time. She loves tart cherry. It's like tart cherry out like a light. She swears by it. People absolutely love it. Actually, I have all kinds of info on tart cherry here. There was a study in 2012 from the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that participants drinking tart cherry juice slept 84 minutes longer on average at night and had improved sleep efficiency. This was off the National Institute of Health. I found that. It also is anti inflammatory and it acts like an antioxidant. All right. So it helps mop up free radicals in your body. That's what antioxidants do. Vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin A, those are antioxidants. They mop up free radicals. Glutathione is an antioxidant. And it helps reduce inflammation. It also helps with muscle soreness and stress. What? Post exercise consumption of tart cherry can lower your muscle soreness and stress related cortisol, helping you sleep better. Who in the world knows? Who takes tart cherry? Christine, you take tart cherry? Look at that. Well, I had no idea. Good for you. Um, um, it's a game changer for a ton of people. Tart cherry, right? A lot of these things I've had to take because I'm Zerato. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. You can't take a lot of things. Yeah, you have to ask your provider about that. Katie Clark, I love her. She said, I tried L-theanine for the first time this weekend. Oh, look. Oh, yes, in the Her Wellness. Rapid stress relief. We have that in the store too. And it was a game changer. Thank you for saying that. That rapid stress relief, somebody type it in the comments. Rapid stress relief. That's what it's under on our online store. It's amazing. It's a chewable. I have patients or customers that come in that say they give it to their kids. They take it if they're just a little wound up. And it's got L-theanine in it. And I actually don't know what else it has in it, Katie. But good. I'm glad you let me know that you love that. It's good. It's good stuff. I haven't tried it. Well, I tested one just to see what it tasted like. And then here's what I take. Here's what I take at night. Well, I guess I didn't write it down, but I've got it right here. Serenity. I take Serenity. I take magnesium glycinate. I take Magtine. That's our magnesium threonate for the brain. Magtine, which is incredible. I take Serenity for about a year and a half. This is a game changer, in my opinion. It is pretty high dose saffron, 29 milligrams, I think, 28 milligrams of saffron, magnolia bark, which is our cortisol manager, which is excellent, 200 milligrams of L-theanine. I do take L-theanine every night. Oh, my Lord. Danny, see, I just don't, and holy basil, and then a probiotic that helps increase GABA, which is Lactobacillus plantarum 815, LP 815. This Serenity, two of these, but this is expensive. This is $100 a bottle. It is outrageous. I've tested it taking one. I sleep great with one. I sleep better with two at night. But you could take one a night and it would last you 2 months versus 1 month. It is a game changer for people. It really does change your deep sleep. It puts you into deep sleep. Yeah, it's great. L-theanine, magnolia, holy basil, saffron, and then lactobacillus, whatever it was, 815. This is great. So those are some things for sleep, right? Tart cherry, magnesium, L-theanine, lemon balm, melatonin, chamomile, things like that. You can take all of that you want, but you've got to clean up the other stuff, all the extraneous stuff in your life, right? Decrease the stress, all of that. Give yourself some grace, all right? Get your sleep hygiene going at least an hour before bed. Soon as I get off of here, these lights will all come down. I'll have my blue light blockers on. These are the daytime ones, but I can see out of them for this. I'll turn my light bulbs on and all of that, right? Get a CPAP, get a sleep study if you snore. That is your job between now and 2 weeks from now. I want you all to tell me, did you schedule a sleep study or did you start wearing your CPAP machine? Get rid of the clutter in your head, right? Get a notebook, put it on your nightstand and write things down before you go to bed at night and turn it over to God. Turn it over. The power of prayer. I think we underestimate it. The power of prayer. Jesus did not design us to be anxious. He did not design us to have insomnia. When he created us, he's not surprised that we're all a nervous ball of nerves over here in this world. He's not surprised about it. God's not surprised at all about it. But I'm sure he's sad. All right? Because we can control this. We're in charge of how much time we spend on the phone. We're in charge of how much time we spend worrying about all this stuff that doesn't matter at all. We're in charge of how cluttered our home is, of the mess that it's in. We're in charge of whether we eat real food or packaged processed food. We all get 24 hours a day, not a minute more, not a minute less. Some people use it wisely, others do not. And for those of us that do not, we need to figure out ways to tighten it up. There's no shame. This is just observation. Take a deep look in and figure out, what do I need to do? What do I need to automate, eliminate, and delegate? 0 alcohol. Alcohol does not help you sleep. You can argue with me with this all day long. Actually, I had a date Thursday night, by the way. I'm going to save that for the end and we're not going to talk about it. But anyway, I had a date. Woo-hoo! It was fun. I had a great night. I had wine. I had a glass and a half of wine at dinner Thursday night. And this was early dinner. It wasn't late dinner. I was home. I didn't drink in the night. I didn't sleep. And it wasn't because I was so excited about my date. I was excited. I had a great date. It was wonderful. But in fact, I had another one yesterday. So there you go. There's a little tidbit. Look at you all with the hearts. Oh, my Lord. It was fantastic. But I drank. And I hadn't drank in a long time. I had something on Valentine's Day, one mimosa, but that was during the middle of the day. But I didn't sleep well at all Thursday night. I'm telling you right now, no alcohol. Alcohol does not help you sleep at night. And caffeine after 12 o'clock does not help you sleep at night. All right. Take a few supplements. Maybe you need some tart cherry. Maybe you need some melatonin. Maybe you need some magnesium. Maybe you need some L-theanine or lemon balm. I don't know. Maybe you just need some chamomile tea. These things don't have to be expensive. Get a grounding sheet. Put your eye mask on. Tape your mouth shut. Which I laugh every time I say this. Tape your mouth shut. Give yourself some grace, people. And then you can start sleeping well, I hope. All right? That's the end of the Sleep Well. If you haven't read this book, hey guys, thank you. 3 of you reviewed the book on Amazon. I mean, I see the reviews. 3 of you reviewed the book. I need every single one of you that have ordered this book or listened to it on Audible to review it on Audible and Amazon. It helps me, right? It helps me. It helps authors and it helps move our book up when they recommend. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Lisa, if you sleep in the same bedroom with him, it is destroying your health. It is. Not only is it destroying his health, it's destroying your health. So we could have a whole, I talked all about snoring. You can go back and listen to the beginning of this, but I talked all about snoring. Snoring it's detrimental to your health. You're not getting oxygen to the brain. Okay. Order the book, read the book, and review it. It is an excellent book. We're going through the book. Eat Well, Sleep Well. In 2 weeks, March the 29th, is Move Well. Woohoo! We're going to talk about getting up and moving it. It doesn't have to be crazy. You can do whatever you want, right, to move your body. But we are designed to move. 150 minutes a week minimum of pretty significant movement. And let's start now. All right. Let's start now on the movement. And we're going to talk about the Move Well chapter while Brandy Vaughn is taping her husband's mouth shut at night. Brandy, let me know in 2 weeks how that goes. you know, I was telling the guy that I went on a date with, I was talking to him. We were laughing about, what were we laughing about? We were talking about sleeping in separate bedrooms and all that stuff. And I was telling him, I said, my grandma Young slept across the hallway from my granddaddy from the entire, I mean, they never slept together as long as I know them. He snored so loud, you could hear him all over the house and outside. And grandma said to me one time, I said, why don't you sleep with granddaddy? And I was probably in middle school. I don't know. She goes, well, Danny, she goes, I go over and visit granddaddy when I need to. What? I mean, I didn't know what that meant at the time. And I just thought, oh, okay, whatever. And good, go visit him. I didn't realize that until probably 10 years later, what she was talking about, and that's what we call now a sleep divorce, which Gwyneth Paltrow made famous. They slept in separate rooms and they said their life was better for it. That's an option too. You get to choose how you do your marriage, right? And some people sleep better apart. And then you can come together in the morning and everyone's refreshed. I mean, you get to choose within your marriage what works for you. But if you can't sleep, you can't heal. It'll be a rougher marriage because everybody's irritable. I need to take my husband also. It's horrible. He snores so bad. I made him sleep in another room. Sherry, that's what I was just talking about. Apparently, my grandma and granddaddy did that. They must have quit. Sleeping together long before I was born, and they stayed married until he died. I think they had a good marriage, and I don't know if it was because they had a sleep divorce or not, but you have to do what you have to do. Most men do not like it if if the wife moves out of the bedroom, but possibly it would motivate them to go get a sleep study. It's not sexy. Those big old masks on your face, there is nothing sexy about it. But if it saves his life or if it saves your life, I think you do about whatever. I've got pet couples who both have CPAPs and they both lay there on their back with their Darth Vader, mask on at night. And there you go. But they come in to see me in the mornings for their appointments, and they've got their little CPAP line on them there. And, there's nothing wrong with that. It saves your life. All right. There you go. Lisa, my women tell me that it saves their marriage. Saves their marriage. And whatever it takes. I've got a patient who lives in a separate house. Her husband lives over on the other side of Nashville, and she lives here. And she said that's the only way she would have gotten married. And they come together during the week. They have a whole routine and it works out perfectly for them. But he has his own house and she has her own house. So there you go. You get to do whatever you want to do. All right, guys, I appreciate you more than everything. Just remember, you can take all the supplements in the world. You can shop your favorite nurse practitioner's woman-owned supplement store, and I appreciate you and all that. But you can't out-supplement stress, chaos, clutter, not eating well, not sleeping well, all of that. You can't. Snoring, right? These are supplements. These are not substitutes. I appreciate your business and we do really well at selling. We order great supplements. That's what I'm talking about. No, we know we need more business. That's for sure. Spring break is killing us this month. But we really work hard to find what you need, but that's not the end all be all. You've got to get all the other things in order. All right, guys, I appreciate you all. I adore you. I will see you March the 29th. All right. I appreciate you all being on here. Thank you so much for the hearts. Love you, Dee Dee. Love you so much. I'll see you this weekend. I'll be in Kentucky. Those of you that live in Western Kentucky and Southern Illinois, I'll be the keynote speaker at the Kentucky Dam Village Holistic event. Dang, I forgot the name of it. Edgar Casey was an all natural holistic person from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. And they're having a big event in honor of Edgar Casey next Saturday at Kentucky Dam Village from, I think it's 10 to 3. Don't quote me on that. I have it all over my Facebook. I'm the keynote speaker talking how to live wild and well in a sick and tired world. And I'll have all my supplements for sale. Well, not everything, but I'll have a table. I'll sell books. Come see me. Come meet me. Come hang out with me. Dee Dee always comes and hangs out with me and helps me. And, it's a bunch of women up there just trying to learn how to eat better, sleep better, move better, live better, all the things. Because, guys, we get one beautiful life, and we are to live it with joy. We are to live it praising Him, and we are to live it knowing that, we're in control. We're in control of our life. I'm sorry, our health span, even though we may not be in control of our lifespan. All right. We're not in control of it, but we're in control of our health span. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You are my favorite, and I will see you in 2 weeks. All right. Have a great night. Stay wild.